Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. You get fairy dust, I get fairy dust, little Amelie gets fairy dust. And it's time for another lesson from Melody Beatty's Codependent No More. And I'm just doing a little shift on my YouTube channel for now. I had too many books going. And sometimes I'd be like, is it codependent day? Is it trauma day? Is it eating day? And so, and then I would think, well, I have something to say for codependent, but I don't have anything to say for eating disorder today, because maybe it was a hard day for me with food or something like that. And so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna plow through. So we're gonna just go through this book. We're just gonna finish it, and then I will finish all the subsequent books. So I'll do this one, and then the next one after that is the CPTSD book. And then after that, I'll do my, I'll finish the 12 steps and my eating disorder stuff. And then I will move on to do my grief book. So, and then from there, the sky's the limit. What will we do? What will we learn? So exciting. Okay, so we were talking about detachment, and you know I'm not really a fan of that word, because to tell a fawn that she needs to detach, or to tell it feel, now again, I 100% agree with her. Like it's solid. Like this is what we need to be doing. But the word just doesn't work for me, because again, if you tell me to be detached from somebody that I love, that just feels mean, and it feels like I don't love them. And so, so I think, and yeah, I think I have used, and what I use in my own life is that I'm hooked. But I did like, I like so much from this chapter, but I wanted to, and I've told you before, but it bears repeating, the way that I healed this, and it would be the only way, I would have still, I really feel this way, if I never understood the truth that my codependency was manipulative, that my unhealed fawn was manipulative and cruel and busybody, and you know, puts me on a pedestal that I think that I know that another person's life should be different than it is. Like, who do I think that I am, that I get to decide how other adults behave? Like, who said that I get to do that? So that is the only way I would have healed it. That I realized, like, I'm awful. I'm an awful person when I act from my codependency. I'm shitty, and I'm condescending, and I'm manipulative, and it's not a good look. And once I realized that it actually hurts people, helps people to stay, enables other people to stay fucked up. And so as a codependent / enabler / fawn, unhealed fawn, I'm saying that I want to help, but I'm actually hurting them. I get to say, I'm just trying to help you. I'm just, you know, I have to do this for him. I have to do this stuff for these other people. You know, I have to do it. And what we're really saying is I have to hurt these people. I have to continue to hurt these people, because you steal people's autonomy. You steal their autonomy, and you still, like, if you believe in a higher power, you know, one of the sayings that I love is like, you know, my husband, my kids, my friends have a higher power, and it's not me. Like, I think I'm their higher power. I think I'm their higher power, and I think that if I'm muddling in their shit and trying to fix shit and trying to help them, I'm getting in the way of their connection with their higher power because they're focusing on me instead of trying to get in touch with their higher power, whatever the higher power is. So it's the only way I healed. And so it's important for me, if I'm going to pass on what I have learned and experienced, to help you see that you're hurting people when you're being codependent. And so I wanted to say this. I'm at the last, I'm on page 63. I'm still in the detachment chapter, which I think is chapter 5 it is. And so she's talking, before I go on, I don't want to forget it, but I love this. Detachment / not getting hooked is both an act and an art. It is. Oh, it's an act and an art. It's a way of life. I believe it is also a gift. It is, because you're giving people their life back. You're just giving it back to them, and then they get to do whatever they want with it instead of trying to please me or be good for me or change for me. Like, they get to choose. It is, I believe it is a gift, and it will also be given to those who seek it. An act and an art and a way of life. Yes. That's what it is for me. And that's what it is, healing from codependency. Being in recovery from codependency is an act and an art. We're artists. Okay, but so let's look at this example. I think examples help so much, but Melody Beatty was saying there was a woman and she was calling other people to help her deal with her husband. One night about midnight, my phone rang and I was in bed and wondered, She had been calling various friends all evening, trying to find some consolation. Apparently, she hadn't been able to find it. So she's trying to find consolation. Now, what I'm about to read, what she was trying to find was somebody to fix her, but also somebody to agree with her that she is right. Okay. And when people don't give it, when people don't enable people like that, that's a little crooked. They go on to the next person. They don't want to get better. They will keep calling until they get the person to enable them. So she called the wrong person. Immediately upon introducing herself, the woman exploded in a tirade. Red flag. Her husband used to go to Alcoholics Anonymous. Okay, first off, her husband used to go to Alcoholics Anonymous. Okay, this is a fact, but it's also, okay, great. What did you do? Did you go to Codependence Anonymous? Did you go to Al-Anon? Why are you worried that your husband used to go to... I'm still crooked. Hold on. Sorry. It's bothering me. But okay, to continue. He had separated from her, and now he was seeing another woman because he wanted to find himself. Furthermore, before he left her, he had been acting really crazy and didn't go to meetings. And she wondered, isn't he acting crazy now by dating a woman who is much younger than him? Okay, complete judgmental, but you can see she might as well just like, you know, the tiny house movement. She just has a tiny house that she has moved into his psyche and his head. Like, she thinks that she should be worried about this. None of it is her business. How this adult chooses to live his life is none of her business. Especially now that he left her. But it's like, oh, people that are obsessed with their exes, like that's a codependency symptom. Being obsessed with exes is a codependency symptom because the person is done now with you. Whether you made it happen or they made it happen, it's over now. And then to still be obsessed with them is controlling, is what's happening. If you're still obsessed with them, you're not working on yourself. You're not trying to live your life. You're living somewhere else. But I just wanted to go through this. So she's saying all this. Her husband used to go to Alcoholics Anonymous, talking about another adult. He had separated from her and now was seeing another woman because he wanted to find himself. Okay, in quotes, find himself. And it sounds like it's in quotes because she said, he gets to do that. If he wants to go find himself, he gets to why can't we let people find themselves? They get to go find themselves. He had been acting really crazy. Okay, who's acting crazy right now? Calling like 14 strangers and then finally getting Melody Beatty. Who's crazy right now? When you're in a tirade, she was in a tirade. That's fucking crazy. But all she sees is somebody else being bad. She's not seeing that she's fucking crazy. She's obsessed and she's so hooked and but she's not living her life. She feels by saying all this stuff that she's blameless. Instead of calling someone to say that he used to be an Alcoholics Anonymous, you should be saying, I need to go to Al-Anon. I need to go to an Al-Anon meeting. Did she ever go to Al-Anon? She's concerned whether somebody else goes to AA, but she's not going to Al-Anon. Why are you in someone else's 12-step program, but not your own? What's going on? That's dysfunctional. Can you imagine somebody trying to get into recovery, trying to heal their addiction from alcohol, and somebody's going to be monitoring them, whether they do or don't, like a parent? That is gross. We don't want to be doing that. And now she's just being judgmental by dating a woman much younger than him. There's nothing wrong with dating people younger than you. People get to do that. She sounds jealous. So Melody Beatty said she was speechless, found it hard to talk, and she went on and on. Finally, she asked, don't you think he's sick? No, the one I think is sick is the one that I'm talking to. You're not talking about your life. You're talking and obsessing over someone else's life, thinking that another adult should be behaving differently than they do. How is that your business? Don't you think he's acting crazy? Okay, acting crazy is not a thing. Of course, a codependent would say that somebody leaving them is acting crazy because they don't want them to leave. And how shamey. You're acting crazy. If I say that you're acting crazy, I'm saying that I'm not crazy and I bestow upon you the title of you are acting crazy. But it's crazy to call strangers unless it's recovery, but that's not what this sounds like. To talk about other people being crazy while you're being crazy right here in this moment. Don't you think something should be done about him? About who? An adult? From living their life? From dating a woman that they're attracted to? Unless she's not, call the police if she's under 18, but other than that, she's the age of consent. I'm being hard on this woman. As an example, I find it to be hopefully she gave permission for the story to be in here, but I was her. That was me. Don't you think something's wrong? Should be something done about this person? They're acting crazy. They're doing this. They're doing that. What should we do? What should we do? What should we do? Go to a 12-step meeting is what you should probably be doing. Going to therapy to start working on your life. And also, again, I was her. So, I didn't do all of this, but might as well have. I did think these things about other adults. These are adults. What's happening? I think I know what's best for other adults. This person is not happy. if I think that another person is should be doing something better, but I'm not happy, well, how do I know what's going to be better for them if I don't even know how to make myself fucking happy? It's so, codependency is so fucked up. And I think it is the hardest addiction to heal because codependency is our fucking personality. Melody Beatty is a lot nicer than I am. I wouldn't have said all that stuff to her though. I would have said, what are you going to do about it? When are you going to a meeting? That's what what are you going to do about it? When are you going to a meeting? But she did say, what are you feeling? What do you think? What do you need to do to take care of yourself? And then that's what Melody Beatty says to us. A really, really helpful tactic is to reverse the words. So a really helpful thing to do, if you are on a tirade in your journal with another person, after you step back, after it's time to decompress and deconstruct, and also, my friends, codependency, you're listening to your other friends who are also codependents. There are very few people that aren't codependent. I haven't met them yet. Well, maybe my husband, but other than, no, he married an addict. He counts too. Sorry, honey. Oh shit, what was I gonna say? Hold on. Oh, it's to switch the words. So, he had been acting really crazy. Change that sentence to, I had been acting really crazy. He didn't go to meetings. I didn't go to meetings. Oh shit. See, I'm asking things of him that I'm not doing. What's wrong? What's up with that? That's sick. I'm acting crazy right here in this moment in a tirade, but I'm saying someone else is acting crazy without owning my crazy. It's bullshit. Don't you think he's sick? Don't I think I'm sick? Do I think I'm sick? Don't you think he's acting crazy? Don't you think I'm acting? Don't you think something should be done about him? Don't you think that something should be done about me? When you are really going to town on another person, another adult, it's very helpful to switch this. And if you, I'll even do this. This is it's kind of a hoodwink, but I'll let you say all of that stuff about a person as long as you're handling all of your stuff that you're saying about that person. If you're saying that person's acting crazy, I'll let you say it, but you better make sure nowhere in your life are you acting crazy. Good luck with that. I hope this is helpful. We're going to heal this codependency. It's the hardest one. Like, it's the hardest addiction. Because again, it's our personality. It's in our personality. And it is, I'm beginning to learn, it is our personality. I just saw an article on Medium that said people are calling their trauma, I'm misquoting it, but it's like your personality is really, the thing that you're calling your personality is actually your trauma responses, and codependency is a trauma response. I hope that's helpful. Love you. Bye.